For 3,000 galactic cycles, the Sentinel sphere had hovered silently at the heart of the Galactic Research Institute, untouched and unresponsive. Countless civilizations had attempted to awaken it. The Zephroni manipulated quantum states with delicate tendrils. The Krell hive processed information faster than collapsing stars. Even the ancient Vorith, who claimed ancestral memory of the sphere's creators, had failed completely. The artifact remained lifeless. Director Velcros watched the chamber through 6 unblinking eyes as the newest visitors entered Base 17. Humans. The youngest interstellar species on record. Barely 2 generations beyond their first starflight. They moved upright on 2 legs, their fragile bodies shielded by thin clothing rather than armor or bioplating. His assistant chirped softly through the translator, expressing disbelief. Surely these soft mammals could not succeed where legends had failed. Velcros clicked his mandibles slowly. The council demanded equality. Protocol required that every species be given 1 attempt. No exceptions. The human delegation numbered 5. At the front walked Ambassador James Parker, silver-haired, calm, and self-assured in a way that suggested experience far beyond his species' short history. 3 scientists followed closely, eyes alive with curiosity and excitement. The final human drew Velcros's attention immediately. She was young, barely 20 cycles by Earth's measurements. Emma Rodriguez, according to the data pad. Recently graduated from a place called MIT. Her eyes moved constantly, absorbing the massive chamber with open fascination. Velcros gestured toward the floating obsidian orb. He explained its discovery 12,000 cycles earlier, its complete dormancy, and the countless failures to activate it. The humans were permitted to examine the object freely. Ambassador Parker nodded, signaling his team forward. Instruments hummed as the scientists scanned energy signatures, frequencies, and matter composition. Emma remained behind them, silent, simply observing. Time passed. The scientists exhausted every method available. Magnetic fields, sonic pulses, chemical probes. Nothing worked. The sphere remained as dead as vacuum. During the tests, Emma drifted closer. Velcros noticed her posture. She swayed gently, shifting her weight in a slow rhythm. Then she suddenly stopped. Her voice cut the silence, hesitant but clear. She asked if the sphere was supposed to move. Every being turned. The Sentinel sphere was rotating. Slowly. Deliberately. Following Emma. Ambassador Parker reacted instantly, telling Emma not to move. She froze in place. The sphere stopped rotating. The chamber held its breath. Emma took a cautious step to her left. The orb turned with her, its dark surface shimmering faintly with light unseen moments earlier. One of the scientists, Dr. Mitchell, whispered in awe. She asked Emma to raise her hand. Slowly, Emma complied. The sphere pulsed once in response. When Emma moved her hand in a gentle circle, glowing geometric symbols appeared across the sphere's surface, rotating in perfect synchronization with her motion. Velcros felt his breathing slow in disbelief. Thousands of years. Hundreds of civilizations. Trillions of minds. None had achieved this. Emma lowered her hand, confused. She asked why the sphere was responding to her. She insisted she was nobody important, just an intern. One of the scientists encouraged her to continue. Velcros interrupted sharply, urgency filling his voice. Emma waved her hand again. The sphere erupted with light. Holographic projections filled the chamber. Star maps unfolded in midair. Complex equations spiraled outward. Biological schematics appeared, but none matched known species. Then Velcros recognized them. Human anatomy. Human DNA. The Earth rotating slowly in space. Shock rippled through the room. The predecessor civilization had vanished 50,000 cycles before humans existed. This was impossible. Dr. Mitchell scanned the data frantically. Her voice trembled as she explained the timestamps. The images were not from Earth's past, but its future. Dates humanity had not yet reached. Thousands of years ahead. Charts displayed gradual changes in human biology. Evolution yet to occur. Emma focused on one image in particular. A figure that resembled a human but subtly altered. Taller. More refined. Skeletal differences. Expanded neural pathways. Understanding dawned across her face. She spoke slowly, assembling the truth piece by piece. The sphere was not reacting to who she was now, but to what humanity would become. The orb pulsed brightly as if confirming her conclusion. New images emerged. Humans spreading across the galaxy. Constructing megastructures beyond current imagination. Solving ancient problems that had plagued civilizations for eons. Finally, one last projection appeared. Humans standing beside the predecessors. Not as descendants. Not as successors. But as the same beings. The circle of evolution closing across 50,000 cycles of time. Ambassador Parker spoke quietly. The predecessors were not aliens. They were humanity itself. Humans did not invent time travel. They evolved beyond linear time. The sphere was a message left for themselves. Emma moved her hand once more. The Sentinel sphere responded by displaying a message in multiple languages simultaneously. Among them was flawless English. The words were simple yet profound. The seed had been planted. Growth must continue. They would be waiting. Velcros felt his understanding of reality collapse and reconstruct in an instant. Humans were not newcomers to the galaxy. They were its designers, its caretakers, architects guiding their own evolution across unimaginable spans of time. Emma stared at the sphere, then at Velcros, then down at her own hands. Awe replaced confusion. She asked what they were supposed to do now. The sphere dimmed, its message delivered, returning to stillness. It waited patiently, as it always had, for humanity to mature into the beings they were destined to become. Waiting for Emma Rodriguez and her species to walk the long path that would eventually bring them back to this moment, placing the sphere here for themselves to discover. Velcros clicked his mandibles in what his kind considered a smile. He spoke softly. Humanity would teach the galaxy, even before they fully understood what they were meant to teach. Silence filled the chamber. Every observer understood that humanity's story was not beginning. It was continuing. And nothing would ever be the same again. The chamber remained quiet long after the sphere powered down, its surface returning to dull obsidian. No alarms sounded. No protocols activated. No one moved. The weight of revelation pressed down on every being present. Velcros reviewed centuries of doctrine in seconds, watching established truths dissolve. All records spoke of the predecessors as vanished gods. Now he knew better. They had not vanished. They had become. Ambassador Parker placed a steady hand on Emma's shoulder. He did not speak, but pride and unease shared the space behind his eyes. The scientists exchanged looks of disbelief and excitement. Their instruments still hovered uselessly, no longer relevant. Knowledge this large could not be measured by tools. Emma finally broke the silence. She asked whether the rest of humanity was ready for this truth. Velcros answered honestly. No species ever was. But readiness had never stopped progress before. The galaxy had always adapted. Would have to again. Outside the chamber, word would spread slowly, carefully. This discovery could not be rushed. Humanity would continue as it always had. Learning. Expanding. Making mistakes. The sphere had not demanded worship or obedience. Only growth. Velcros understood now why no other species could activate it. It was not locked by intelligence, technology, or power. It was keyed to destiny. To a future self reaching backward through time. Emma took one last look at the sphere before turning away. It no longer felt alien. It felt familiar. Like a distant memory she had not lived yet. The humans departed Base 17 quietly, leaving behind a galaxy forever changed by their presence. Velcros remained behind, staring at the dormant artifact. He recorded a single note in the Institute's archives. Humanity was not a participant in galactic history. Humanity was its author. And somewhere far ahead in time, beings who were once human waited patiently, watching their younger selves take the first small steps toward becoming something infinite.